Tournament fighters, the definitive pick-up-and-play video games. They're fast, they're competitive, and it's a great way to spend some time with your friends. No matter what game you play, the premise is simplicity itself. A collection of crazy characters from all over the world with wildly clashing styles of martial arts get together to pound the ever-loving fudge out of each other until, in the end, there can be only one. These games have always been hugely popular because of this very simple but fun concept, and so it seemed logical to adapt them to action movies. Who wants to see a boring Legend of Zelda movie when you could tell a real story? One of psychotic Russians who wrestle grizzly bears, and sometimes hit spinning pile drivers on Japanese schoolgirls, and yoga masters who breathe magic curry fire. Because I think you'll agree, when you played a tournament fighter, these were the stories that inspired you. These were the stories that needed to be told on the silver screen. Wait, hold on. You had an unfortunate accident and lost your memory. Don't you remember? What? Yeah, anyway, they made movies out of this stuff. No doubt you've seen the biggest ones in theaters, like Street Fighter, the movie.
I'm sorry. I don't remember any of it.
Mortal Kombat.
Sorry.
And Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Earth is under attack, and it is glorious!
And those were the good ones. The ones with major studio backing, huge budgets, and big-name stars. But, oh, there were bad ones, and that's what we'll be covering this month, the B-movies based on beat-em-ups, the direct-to-video violations of video games. But since I am the Lord of Tekken, I think it's only fitting we start with an awesome movie, the 1998 anime Tekken, the motion picture. It's gotta be awesome, right? After all, it is based on the fighting game that requires the most skill, demonstrates the purity of physical combat, just one man against one kangaroo? With boxing gloves? This movie's gonna be really fucking stupid, isn't it?
Since the birth of this planet, a memory has become deeply engraved onto the genes of all living things.
What? 45 seconds into this fucking movie and they've already gone off the metaphysical deep end.
Symbolism!
Film brain? Never mind. Symbolism of what, exactly?
I don't know, really, but Star Child's got to be representative of something, right? Otherwise it's just pointless imagery sprinkled over quasi-philosophical bullshit! You know, like the Matrix movies!
Humans seek to defend their actions in the name of truth.
Uh-huh.
The act of fighting is itself a true act.
Excuse me.
Without this truth, the fighter will perish.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ask your own flesh and blood, because one's flesh is the door to the truth.
Hello?
To master the way,
Movie.
ask your own ken or fist.
I don't even know what I'm looking at.
One's flesh, blood, and fist is what creates one's Tekken. And Tekken is the key to life.
And a well-balanced breakfast helps too! Alright, I didn't get that at all, so I went back and watched that scene 3 or 4 times, so let me see if I can sum up for you. Basically what's going on is the voice acting is really, really bad. Nope, still no idea what I'm looking at. Keep trying though. I can only assume this is the Bleg Ho. There's a girl there who's upset that a bobcat killed a cute widow wabbit, so her friend offers to check out the eyebrows. You can hang glide with those things.
I came here to be the best fighter in the whole world.
The kid is our hero, Kazuya Mishima, who wants to be the best like no one ever was, but sadly his father Heihachi is kind of, sort of insane. You can tell he's his father because huge eyebrows run in the family. Man, I thought the eyebrows in Dune were massive.
Why are you wasting your time here? You have better things to be doing. You are weak.
Your hairstyle is ridiculous. It shames the whole family. You need a man's haircut, like mine.
Heihachi's so upset at his son, he drags Kazuya to a cliff to throw him off. Man, I thought my dad was mean when he'd ground me and take away my Sega Genesis.
Lions push their cubs over a cliff and raise only the ones that climb back up.
No, they don't. See, I researched it. Lions are extremely protective of their young and would never hurl them off a cliff. So basically, the instigating event that set into motion the plot of the movie and every single Tekken game is complete bullshit.
If you're truly my son, then you'll be able to climb back up.
You'd think he'd double-check that little factoid before throwing his son off a cliff. bet he went home afterwards and checked online. Aw, son of a... Well, now I just feel silly. This all turns out to be the seizure-inducing dream of the little girl named June, who's all grown up now and working for Interpol. I think. Interpol's the organization that investigates dinosaur corpses being fished out of the ocean, right?
Impossible. These must be wrong.
Yes, it would appear so. The gene combination described in that report could not exist in nature, barring an unexpected alien invasion last month.
An unexpected alien invasion, as opposed to the alien invasion we have scheduled next month?
Those cells must have been man-made. Humaida.
That's a multi-gene life form.
A multi-gene life form? What? Linkara, did you know about this?
Multi-gene? Ugh, how is that even possible? That's disgusting!
These perverse mutants need to be destroyed at all costs!
Wait a minute. My god. Lions are multi-gene life forms! And so are cats! And dogs! And zebras! My god, they're everywhere! This planet's been overrun! And...
What? What?
Human beings are multi-gene!
No. That's not true! It's impossible! How long have we been infected?
We can't be infected! We're still normal! But the people outside! We have to barricade the doors!
Why didn't scientists warn us? How long have they known?
That's a multi-gene life form.
This guy tells June that multi-gene life forms are likely the result of illegal weapons research from a company called the Mishima Conglomerate, which runs 3/4 of the world's military production, but nobody knows really what's going on at Mishima, since their corporate headquarters is built on a remote tropical island. Now, I'm not educated in business management or anything, but wouldn't putting your corporate headquarters out in the middle of nowhere on a remote volcanic island be really expensive and inconvenient and stupid? Do the shareholders for this global weapons manufacturer know that the old man is about to blow $1 billion of the company's dollars in prize money, as well as controlling interest in the company on a martial arts tournament? What kind of sense does that make?
It's impossible. An army would have trouble getting in. What is this?
It's fucking spelled wrong is what it is! Welcome? It's the biggest multinational defense contractor in history, but their graphic design department needs help. So June gets welcome to the martial arts tournament when suddenly...
Oops. Sorry about that. I know it was rude not to introduce myself first. Please forgive me. I'm Lei Wulong of the Hong Kong International Police Force.
Yeah, for a cop, I have a really bad habit of assaulting unarmed women from behind. Say hello first.
3WC asked me to work with you in the investigation.
I don't know how you managed to get an invitation with that skill. Maybe you're actually working for the Mishima Corporation.
Maybe we guys just have a weakness for pretty women.
Or maybe her boss should have mentioned a partner when he sent her out there instead of making it a fucking surprise. Anyway, say hello to Heihachi's adopted son, Maximilian Pegasus. He's sending his girlfriend assassin, Nina Williams, to get rid of that meddlesome Yugi Moto once and for all.
This tournament is simply fabulous. Ooh, let's celebrate by watching the Spice Girls movie.
We catch up with Kazuya, who survived his fall, although he's now got a huge ugly scar across his chest, and when it's glowing, a doctor should probably take a look at it. Gee, wonder where I've seen this before. Yeah, and Sagat's scar, it actually plays an integral role in his character. It's not just there because it looks cool. Nina rappels down the side of the building and shoots up the place with a machine gun. Oh gee, what a shock, he survived. Okay, wait a minute, stabbing westward? What the hell? Ah yes, enjoy the horrible localized soundtrack where they've replaced the original music with completely out-of-place American rock music. You know what would work better for this scene? He should clean his neck? What in the fuck does that mean?
And let my father know. He should wash behind his ears, too.
Oh hey, fan service. I don't really know how they expected to get away with this. If I'm watching the Tekken movie, chances are I probably saw the Street Fighter animated movie too, and know exactly where they got this idea. But not only did they rip off the gratuitous nudity, they somehow made it even more gratuitous by not even connecting it with any other scene in any way. It's just there because boobs. Classy.
Oh, we better hurry. I think that's our boat to hell.
Our heroes one by one find their way onto a boat leading to the tournament. You remember that scene in Mortal Kombat where they board Shang Tsung's boat and it's very dark and mysterious and the air is thick with magic and danger? Yeah, this is nothing like that. On the island, June tracks down Kazuya since she recognizes him from their childhood and tries to give him back his mother's pendant, but he slaps it away because, oh, he's dark now.
Why are you so upset? Is it because your father threw you off that cliff?
Oh, well done, Holmes! I think you've solved this mystery.
Why are you so upset? Is it because your father threw you off that cliff?
What? I knew that getting revenge was the strongest reason for living I would ever have. I swore that nothing would ever stop me, and willingly sold my soul to the devil to make sure.
But that's wrong.
She has the best dialogue in this movie. The devil? But that's wrong. Kazuya challenges her to a fight for no real reason, but before they get it on, Nina attacks from the rafters with some kind of strangling wire thing. You know, the Uzis you had from before might have worked just a little bit better. Or maybe another hand grenade. Just saying, you got him completely by surprise that time. Oh, wow. Kazuya kicks her ass in about 5 seconds flat, but that's when Nina's eviler sister Anna joins the party.
I'm afraid you failed for the last time.
Oh, where's that light coming from?
I'm sure you would have been wonderful in the competition.
Oh, the fuck? A rocket launcher? Because that just screams Tekken, right? Chicks with RPGs interrupting martial arts battles.
Oops, gotta go. I guess I'll let you live until tomorrow.
Those two must be up to something.
Hello? Go get her? She's right there! She's out of ammo and she's running in heels! Chase the bitch down and shove that fucking rocket launcher right up her ass! The next morning, everyone's brought together so the tournament can start and the Mishimas can explain the rules. You'll also see several recognizable characters from the Tekken games, like Paul Phoenix and King, who's also one of the characters from Cheetah Men. And I hope you got your fill from those 3 seconds of cameo footage, because none of these beloved characters will show up again until the last 2 minutes of the movie, and all they ever do is stand around. Hey wait, that's not Pegasus, I know who that guy is! It's Miles Edgeworth!
Objection! Defeat me, and you will win $1 billion and the title of World's Strongest!
Mishima! This is payback! It's that girl.
Oh my god, I love it. Someone actually wrote in the script the words, Julia throws a tomahawk at Heihachi, who catches it in his mouth and eats it.
Oh no!
See, what's funny is I don't actually question that he can do this, just when did he know that he could break metal with his teeth? I mean, did he practice or something? How? So the tournament starts with them just running off into the jungle and fighting whoever they run across, which seems like a really crummy way to run a martial arts tournament. It's really disappointing how this movie is edited. There's not really any martial arts battles in it. They're pretty much all one-sided beatdowns that are resolved in under 10 seconds. The cop from before, Lei, sneaks off from the tournament to investigate the secret underground weapons lab, where he gets caught immediately because the guards, have guns. But a friendly Terminator named Jack saves him. I'm looking for Sarah Connor. Kind of a long story with this guy. Basically, he wants to find the scientist inside the lab so he can cure this little girl's terminal illness. Edgeworth is meanwhile in the control room of the very same lab monitoring the tournament, looking pretty bored actually, and how can you blame him? So he decides to spice things up a bit by unleashing his secret science experiments out into the wild to attack the competitors.
What is that thing? Please don't tell me that's the bioweapon we're looking for.
That's Roger. We manipulated a kangaroo's embryonic DNA.
Why?
Dramatically increased mental and physical faculties.
I want to conquer the world by using science to turn an ordinary animal into the most lethal creature ever imagined. But which one? I've got it! Of course! Deadly assassin boxing kangaroos! It's the ultimate weapon!
Is it really that shocking to you? Now you know what it's like to feel the pain of betrayal.
Ooh, nasty.
Okay, so now this movie has dinosaurs with cloaking devices. Yeah, that's the secret weapon the Mishima Company's developing. Invisible dinosaurs. I mean, who needs rifles, tanks, lightweight body armor, aerial combat drones, and cruise missiles? We need invisible dinosaurs. Nothing could possibly stop those. Except people with rifles, tanks, cruise missiles.
What good is Tekken? It's an ancient voodoo. Against real adversaries like Rex, it's worthless. Rex is the perfect commando for ground-level guerrilla combat. And I will be the one at the helm, controlling the Mishima conglomerate, and thus ruling the entire world.
Of course!
Meanwhile, Jun and Kazi are about to fight each other again when suddenly Jun senses the invisible dinosaurs approaching because she can.
Clever girl.
Something is very wrong here.
And the award for Best Original Screenplay goes to... God damn it! This does not happen in Tekken! And you fight some stupid shit in Tekken! But not dinosaurs, unless you count Alex, which is really just a texture swap of the fucking kangaroo. And if that's the case, I want to see raptors wearing fucking boxing gloves! Kazuya finally kills the dinosaurs and reaches the tower when Edgeworth stops him.
Hold it! Take that! KO!
And he gets his swishy ass kicked with barely a fight. Because nobody wants to see competitive martial arts battles in a Tekken movie. While Heihachi finally gets into a fight with Kazuya, Lee retreats back into his lab and activates the island's self-destruct mechanism, because sometimes you just feel like blowing up yourself and everything you own.
I'll never give it up! Not to anyone!
Quickly! There's an emergency escape submarine!
Silly question. Do any of you know how to drive an emergency escape submarine? And back to the fight. My favorite part of this is that the obnoxious music is actually drowning out the dialogue.
What's wrong, Kazuya? Get up! This can't be everything you've got!
Kazuya gets knocked out, and Jun starts spewing some lame hippie crap about peace and love and forgiveness. Yeah, like a guy who's cloning dinosaurs for the purposes of world domination is really gonna listen to reason, lady. That's when Heihachi goes off on one of the longest, most rambling villain monologues I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Words like justice and truth are empty concepts that have led societies through cancerous histories. Through the ages, those who have blindly believed in these absolute truths have fought and died over empty platitudes. Today, you'll find people mistaking their own greed for truth and eating the planet out from under them and condemning themselves to total annihilation. Chanting their democracy and their freedom as though they were a religion. They're cheerfully justifying their journey towards self-destruction.
But how does any of that justify the way you've lived your life?
Don't you get it? The only way to truly salvage this disgusting world is to destroy everything on it so a new world can be rebuilt.
You monster!
My Tekken will create the destruction of the devil and the renewal of the gods.
I don't know what that sentence means! Oh, thank Christ. The lab finally explodes, which doesn't seem to really affect the guys inside the lab, even with slight tremors, as they finally reach the escape submarine. A blast door starts to close, and Jack has to use his super robot speed to catch it and hold it open. Okay, let's think about this. Lei and the others ran for that sub the instant they heard the alarm go off. How is anyone supposed to reach the fucking sub after setting the self-destruct? What good is an escape sub if you have no chance of escaping on it?
Leave me behind. Go now.
Dad, no!
Goodbye.
Kazuya and Heihachi are still locked in combat as the island explodes around them. It's very Search for Spock.
Now let your hatred grow into power.
And now the soundtrack switches to rap music. Anyway, Kazuya finally beats him, and the self-destruct causes the volcano on the island to explode, and I'm pretty sure that's impossible to do even if you had all the nuclear weapons in the world. Lei surfaces in the sub, and we see the other Tekken fighters, for about 5 more seconds, just standing around before we go to credits. This movie is one of the purest examples of bad 90s anime. It's poorly acted, ridiculously scripted, the animation is uninspired, and the localization is downright embarrassing. Bottom line, it's a brainless, pointless adaptation of a silly video game franchise nobody could ever possibly take seriously. So of course, in 2010, they made another one, the live-action Tekken movie. It's gotta be better than this, right, Burton? Burton?
Am I stealing your spot? Yes, sir. I heard that curtain. Jackass. Gotta get lost to grenade. I need them notice. How can you play so many shitty games when you pass out each deal on the drive? A movie director was party on crack. Spoony is the only end going back. Spoony experiment. Spoony experiment. Spoony experiment.
Why are you so upset? Is it because your father threw you off that cliff?